Tonight, we're 3 days away from a potential federal government shutdown. This comes as lawmakers in Washington work to fund the government. Now, some members of Alabama's federal delegation are speaking out on the looming deadline. WDHN State Capitol reporter Maddie Beer-Temple is in Montgomery with the story.
The House and Senate are on different pages when it comes to passing a budget, making a shutdown seem likely. The Senate today took a step toward advancing a short-term measure to keep the government open through November, including $6 billion for Ukraine. It could get a final vote in the coming days. During a press call Wednesday, Senator Tommy Tuberville explained his view on part of that funding.
We have no game plan of getting this war over. All this is we're spending money to think that, hey, we're going to bankrupt Russia. Folks, that's not happening.
Meanwhile, the House has its own divisions. Some hardline Republicans say they won't support a measure without spending cuts and changes to border policy. Congressman Jerry Carl says those things matter, but time is running out.
We need to open that conversation up after we figure it out. After we make sure the government is funded.
Carl says he doesn't want a handful of holdouts to stop military members from getting a paycheck, noting the hard work of the Coast Guard in Mobile.
The idea of us to shut down and them not to get paid is beyond my comprehension. I hope those 5 or 6 look back in their districts and they look at the military bases in their district and they are prepared to face their constituents.
Also at risk with a shutdown, access to food assistance for nearly 112,000 women and children in Alabama. The state's sole Democrat Congresswoman Terry Sewell pointed that out in a tweet, saying she's ready to work with anyone to avoid this shutdown. Now, Congress has a deadline of midnight Saturday night in order to fund the government. Reporting in Montgomery, Maddie Beer-Temple, WDHN News for the Wiregrass.